That's it. Here we go.
Baba That's not in the thing. Baba Garuda.
What's something that happened last time?
We met Vaul. Oh, sorry.
No, you go. You go.
You kind of met Valu. You are in the place where Valu is, and Valu's having a time. Valu has whipped up a whirlwind, but you have seen him.
My fairy translated. Do I get the other half XP for that?
Yep. I mean, you got
we explored Blair's character's hometown and her desperate attempt to dodge being seen by her parents.
You did explore the Rito village and the Erie. That is where you decided to go.
Yes. We also met my teacher, whose name I can't remember because I don't have the Google Doc pulled up.
Ronick.
And basically told him everything, which may have been a good idea, may not have been a good idea, because the last time we did that, we were thrown into the Shadow Temple.
You were not thrown into a Shadow Temple this time.
We weren't yet.
Yeah.
That is true.
We also found out that Valu was really upsetty spaghetti when the sage was killed before. And so maybe there's something similar about to happen this time that he's anticipating. So we're trying to fix that.
Maybe. Yeah.
I have an extra thing. We
you
found
don't
out
get an extra XP, but yeah.
That's okay. We found out that our shit balls names. Hold on. We found out that.
Oh, the princess.
Yes. Wait. No, this is mine. Get out of here.
I want the other non-existent extra XP point. Hold on. I need to look it up.
Hedaya. We found out that Hedaya is Princess Leona. I can't spell. Princess Leona, who is Zelda's granddaughter.
Yep.
And she's in hiding, at least in front of us.
We got sheeked.
You did get cheeked.
Oh, I think also we maybe found out that the actual problem that we're facing is just poor communication.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Always comes
just like poor communication within a large organization.
And spoilers for people who haven't watched our other episodes, Zelda may be alive.
That's right. Oh, that was a very good home improvement like
Tim Allen.
I also named who my the people I'm going to kill are for vengeance.
Yes.
And then stick their heads on your trident. When
there are 3 of
prong.
them.
There are 3. Their names are Megara the King, Electra the Mighty, and Tisiphone the
Dauntless. Yes.
Yes,
and their heads will sit on my tridents.
Who, according to Sayaka, the Sage of Shadow, were responsible for the assassination of the sages 35 years ago.
And should be encased in amber, but are not, right?
The way that they were stopped and contained were that they were encased in amber, somewhere within the sacred realm.
We also drank coffee.
You did drink coffee.
And tea.
At the Magic Bean coffee shop.
Yeah.
But you have just set out from the Rito village into the mountains of the Hebra region, going toward a location marked on your map, which should be somewhere around the ruins of somewhere around some ruins within the Hebra region. You begin to set off. It's cold.
Oh yeah, we bought the
We
food.
drink those chili potions.
They're potions, yeah.
Those will last 24 hours, and they will give you 1 point of resistance against cold damage.
And I think did someone get the Wolf's Bane or Adolf?
Somebody
Remember?
has
I have the Wolfsbane elixir.
Wolfosbane elixir.
Wolfosbane, that's what it was.
Yeah, Wolfsbane.
Yep, it is very cold, but you are warned by the spicy elixir, and begin to trek off through the mountains. Now, it is a time going through the mountains. It's not at a point where it is a blizzard, but there's clearly a snowstorm happening. It is coming down pretty hard. So your vision is obscured a little bit, and it will take some time to get to your destination. If you would, who would like to try and lead this navigation attempt to traverse the mountains?
I think I should probably be in front.
Can I assist since I might know the area?
Sure.
I can also. Can multiple people assist, or is only one person can assist?
I believe only one person can lend an effort. Or
What?
By the
only
way,
one asset can be. What is the actual rule? I think only one person can help. Yeah.
Connor, I want to be prepared if I kind of want to ready the action to use the Wolfsbane elixir in the event that we run into something that looks lycanthropic.
Sure.
Hmm.
In order to navigate, this is going to be a it's a navigation task. It is going to be difficult. So that's level 4. If you're being helped,
Back
that would
to full.
bring it down to 3.
Yeah, did we get
Is
to
it
go back to
intellect? Oh,
Yes,
that's a good question.
a level 3 intellect test.
Cool.
I could also like if I could lead it, I could put 2 levels of effort into it for only 4 points of pool because I have it'd be 5 I think because I have an edge. So I mean I could like bring it down already to like a 2 and then somebody could help me. So
I mean, if you're willing,
that
I'll
would
just
make it-
kind of.
that would make it easier, but I don't know.
How easily can I toss their character around? Like, if they're leading, I want to be able to grab them and like fucking like rip them out of the way if something happens.
You'll be able to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So Soren
I'm
is
okay
gonna,
with you leading then.
Soren is going to lead this.
Sure.
So Soren, you're being helped, which will ease it down to a 3. Your first
just-
level of effort normally will cost 3.
I have an edge, so it's 2.
And your second level of effort is also going to be 2.
Cool. Okay, even better.
Every like easing something down after the first only costs 2.
And does the edge still count for the second round too?
No.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, gotcha. Are our pulls back to full or no?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. That is nice. Okay, I just won't touch it then because I have the 2 levels off.
Oh, they're
so
back to full.
Sure.
Cool.
So that
Okay,
brings
good.
it down
It's been
to
2 weeks.
difficulty.
I'm not keeping track of this.
That brings it down to difficulty 1, right?
Oh hell yeah, you can
Yep.
definitely do that.
So you need to roll 3.
I roll a 6.
Okay.
It works.
You feel pretty confident that you are leading the correct way up through the mountains.
And I have the Twilight Wolf like kind of sniffing things out and helping guide too.
And actually pretty quickly, your wolf is tracking this sense of, where people have traversed. And you can tell pretty quickly that it's trying to go off in not a wrong direction, but it's clearly leading to somewhere that is not, or it's trying to lead somewhere that's not what you would assume is the direction, like straight forward toward the rock. What do you do?
I think like Soren personally would follow the wolf because there's like a implicit kind of like trust there of like I don't really fully understand this thing, but it seems to be like on my side. So wherever it leads, I trust it, you know. And also just like wolves have better sense of most things than humans or whatever we Gerudo count as. So yeah, I think she just follow along. Plus, I know what dogs lead you to in Zelda. It's always something good.
Okay. Take an experience. Who would you like to share?
I'll share it with. I think I think it was Gavin that really shelled out some XP last session for us, so I'll share it with Gavin.
Oh, thank you.
Return the
take it.
favor.
Thank you.
Okay. So your wolf leads you like through this like kind of small path. Like it's going like over a little ridge and down into this like small valley where you can see that there's like a few trees and a cabin where it looks like it's been used recently.
Sword would kind of turn to everybody and say, I'm not sure this is what we're looking for, but maybe there's something we can find out inside."
Is there any sort of tracks to see if like we see like movement from it or any kind of signs more in detail of the use that we see?
Making an intellect check.
Is it perception based?
Mhm.
I recently got trained in that. Okay. So intellect. Let me just read to make sure that the rules on that. Okay, yeah, I'm just trained in it. So what is the difficulty?
3.
3. I'm gonna put in just 1 effort minus the training. 8. Got it.
For tracks, there's the normal like you see that people have gone in and out of the front door, or like the heavy snowfall hasn't completely obscured that yet.
Mhm.
You also notice there is accumulation of ice around the area where the cabin is that isn't necessarily like natural.
Is the I don't know if this is super detailed, but is the wind like blowing into this area or is it just kind of swirling all around?
Just based off of like how like the geography of this, the wind would be blowing like across the mountains and just like as some of it drifts down into the this little valley, it would swirl around a little bit. So there's no obvious wind direction.
Okay. So I think Datuk would point out the ice, saying there's some odd ice formations around the hut there. I think we just best be ready for something.
Let's see. I already used my spicy elixir, so I think like for better or worse, I think Sword's feeling a little confident right now. You know, we got the spicy elixir, we found a cabin. Like, let's go. We're ready. We're ready for this icy terrain. So I think Sword would probably take the lead to go towards the like door of the cabin and try to see if she can take a peek inside.
Are you just opening the door?
Yeah, just kind of like maybe like knocking first a bit, but then like Soren having an inability in pleasant social activity will probably like knock a little too hard and then like maybe not wait long enough before just trying to push the door open.
You interesting. Okay. As you try to open the door and push it, there is resistance. And you can immediately tell, just like pushing alongside of it, there is cracking of ice behind it. As you do that, the window shatters and a blast of Arctic air shoots out of it. In that gust of air, the swirling ice crystals sort of coalesce to form a creature that looks vaguely humanoid, garbed in blue and white robes, and seems to be pointing a wand in your direction. Roll for initiative.
Okay.
Damn.
Where? Oh, there it is. Where's initiative again?
It's a speed test.
Oh, okay.
The number to beat would be 3,
Okay.
or like it would be a level 3.
Level 3.
I got 17, which I think is a level 5.
How does
I have armor.
edge and stuff work for initiative?
The same way. If you have an edge and speed, putting effort into it would cost 1 less. But if you wanted to decrease the task, like if you want to make it easier to outspeed the Wizrobe, spoiler alert, this is a Wizrobe, you could spend that number of points in order to go faster. So normally it costs 3. If you have an edge, it would lower it by 1. So you could spend 2 points to drop it down to 2.
Oh, well, I didn't, and I failed. So
Okay.
I failed as well.
Did y'all get above 3?
Yes. Like a 3 on the roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did not.
I read
Yeah.
2.
Sequel,
15.
the Blitzrobe,
It's worse.
I took other things,
Oh?
Good thing.
Oh, I don't like that.
and Virus. All right, cool. So, Soren, you immediately see this Wizrobe materialize. What do you do?
Fuck it up.
I've been training.
Dematerialize.
Soren has been in the hyperbolic time chamber for the past 2 weeks, putting many hours into Breath of the Wild. And I think, like, in the surprise, she is going to, like, kind of fall back and then, like, put her, like, corrupted arm, I guess that's the word, put that out. And I'm going to use an action to use stasis, one of my new abilities.
Okay.
So the cost is 3 intellect points. And I'll put it here. You surround a foe of your size or smaller with scintillating energy, keeping it from moving or acting for 1 minute as if frozen solid. You must be able to see the target, and it must be within short range.
Mm-hmm.
However, while in stasis, the target is impervious to harm, cannot be moved, and is immune to all effects. So spend the points. We have like a minute to think about it and react, basically, I think is kind of the thing. But she'll just like fall back, and like the wolf will kind of like growl, and this like sort of like weird like sepia colored field kind of spreads out, and kind of like the blizzard just kind of like stops and like can't move. So that's what I'll do.
Well, that's a neat party trick.
Sora's just kind of like looking at her hand and like looking around like, huh?
Sequel.
Okay. How far away is it? It's more on
It's a short distance away.
okay.
but is impervious to pretty much everything until it's not in stasis anymore.
God.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I might want to use one of my ciphers because I have the Sheikah blade, which ignores. Okay. Blade that's the same level as the Cypher. The blade cuts through any material of a level lower than its own. If used as a weapon, it's a light weapon that ignores armor of a level lower than its own.
So it wouldn't negate the effects of the stasis,
No.
right?
Because it's not
Oh.
armor.
No,
Oh.
the stasis makes it immune to all harm. Like it will not be affected by anything.
Yeah,
while
it
it's
can't do
Oh.
anything. It can't do anything, but we can't do anything to it for like a minute. It's just like locked in place until we figured something out.
Okay.
But we can
Then-
definitely stack the odds in our favor in that minute. Just can't directly attack necessarily. But there's also other things somewhere that we can't see yet. So I don't.
Can I? Actually, if we can't really attack this thing, then can I look around and see if there's anything else like coming at us?
Yep.
Cool. And so I want to use my I guess it just happens. Is this perception?
Yeah, it's an intellect task of difficulty 1.
Okay. What does this do? I just got curious, so I think I can use it here. Whenever you use perception in an area that you've only rarely or never visited before. Oh, I get to add an additional free level of effort. So
Yeah.
Nice.
So okay, so you can immediately see this. No
Sweet.
roll required. Looking into the house,
Mhm.
or where the blast came from, where the wizard shattered the window, there are 3 bat-like creatures that
Ooh.
are hanging within the cabin, with a singular eyeball clearly poked in your direction, awake, preparing to strike. You would recognize these as ice keys.
Ice keys. Do I have enough time to like say something?
Mhm.
Okay. I want to just be like, it's freaking bats, for the memes. But yeah, she'll just be like, oh, there's more things. And like points directly to them inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That took.
I think the Took is gonna, after hearing that, run inside and hit one of them with a hammer.
Okay. The door is
Oh, it's still blood.
still frozen.
Oh, like it's
Like
it's still
there's
frozen.
there's a accumulation of ice behind the door that is going to be difficult to break down. If you would like to try, it would be a might check of difficulty 3.
Okay, I could definitely do that. But would they fly out a certain window maybe?
There is a shattered window that is open. Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually, instead of trying to break down the door, just kind of like just prepare, just like Tom and Jerry style, just wait outside the window, and then ready in action if that's possible here. Okay.
Yep. And the keys are coming out to strike. So, Seagull, were you prepping anything?
Ooh, I totally can. Yes, I would like to shoot it with my bow if I can.
Okay. Once they start flying out, which would be now,
Okay.
I'll let both of you make a strike. They are a level 1 creature. Do they have? Nope. Okay. Yep. Level 1 creature.
Oh, okay. Let me go
If
back.
you are trained with your weapon, you hit automatically.
Oh,
I am
then
trained.
I am trained as well.
Woo.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Nice.
I do 4 damage with my
Okay.
hammer.
Yeah, the keys
Oh.
immediately is destroyed.
I also do 4 damage, so I will say I shoot a different one.
Yep. And one still flies out, and since it took you had to get in close range, it is going to try and attack you. Please make a speed defense roll.
Okay. The question. So my ability of negate damage, does that not work in combat? Does it have to be out of combat?
It could.
Oh, okay. Cool. Can I see if I dodge it first and then use it?
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna do that then. Speed, difficulty 1. You say, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put any effort into it. I got just barely, but I did it. Got a 3.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you dodge the little bat as it tries to just nibble on your shoulder. It flies away a little bit, but is clearly rearing to attack again. Virus.
Virus is gonna see the little bat fly away from Datuk and run up and do like a jumping like spear like strike at it with this trident. Get away from my friends! Like,
Sure.
fuck it up.
Level 1.
That
And you're trained in your spear, so I'm pretty sure you're
Oh,
just
I
going to
am
disintegrate
trained in my
the poor
spear.
thing with
Yeah,
8
you
damage or
hit
how
it.
much you do.
Level 1 creatures. They're fun.
Okay.
That is
So-
what they're like in the game, though. Just like annoying and there.
I'm not going to use my special thingy that has a cost on this. I'm just going to attack.
You've
I do 8 damage.
you're trained. You've lowered the level 1 task to a level 0 task. You do it without rolling.
Oh, I just did that because I don't know how else to. Oh, it's just a flat 8 damage.
Mhm. Yeah, and
So I deal 8 damage.
It's got 3 hit points. It's dead. All that is left is this whiz rope that is in stasis.
Can it talk to us in stasis?
It
just
is
can't
frozen
move
in
it.
time.
Oh, okay.
If only this worked like the Breath of the Wild stasis, when we could just like
Break it.
wham on it,
Hit it a
until the
bunch, and then when it
stasis-
goes away, it flies off.
That'd be amazing.
Are we still
Also
technically in
busted,
combat?
so-
Oh, sorry.
Technically, but I mean, you've got a minute.
Yeah. I'll start breaking down the door.
Make a might test, difficulty 3.
I want to help him.
Difficulty 2.
Okay. I'll add difficulty 2. Putting in some effort. I got it.
Did you though?
Because of the help, I lowered it to difficulty 2, and then I put in an effort.
Okay.
I actually, if I rolled oh yeah, because it brings it down to 1. Right, that's
Yeah.
right. Sorry, I should have declared I was putting in an effort. Excuse me.
Cool. So yeah, you bust open the door. The entire interior of the cabin is just there's an accumulation of ice. It's like y'all know that episode of SpongeBob where he leaves open the freezer overnight.
Yeah.
It's that.
Okay. Where were the Zubats hanging from? Just like the
Zubat.
It's
sorry,
The
not Zubats. the ice geese.
the geese were hanging down from like the rafters in the cabin.
Okay.
Coming next season, Connor runs Cypher system Pokemon.
I have plans for a Pokemon RPG. It's not.
I'm
Cypher.
in. I'm in.
I don't-
I'm in.
Well, I don't even
No.
know what you would use for that.
Do you play as the Pokemon or as a trainer? Doesn't matter. I'm in. I just want to know.
I was thinking PBTA. It's a whole thing. It requires so much that I'm just not prepared to do right now.
That's fair.
That's fair.
It's hard to do.
Sounds badass.
Yeah, y'all just let. I don't know if I can actually end the stasis early or not. It doesn't say in the ability, but
Nope.
Probably not. Okay.
If I will say, if you could, you don't know how to.
That's
Not
true. Yeah,
yet.
Sword Super doesn't know how to. Yeah, Sword will try to help, but it's still kind of like, huh?
Looking around the cabin, there is very noticeably there is set aside on one of the table there is a set of arrows, and one of them is noticeably wrapped in or like there's been sapphire affixed to one of the tips. And in the middle of the floor is a sort of like larger coin like object that has some sort of emblem on it. It's a sky blue like coin shaped object.
Sequel will say, "Does anybody else use a bow?"
No.
Woohoo! And she's gonna go over to the arrows.
Yeah, who's running around just sticking things together all willy nilly?
I want a stick on a stick. That's what I want.
I've used a mushroom to my shield.
I want that twink obliterated. I don't know where he is.
How many? Oh, is it a cipher or is it?
Yeah, it's a cipher.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. I have room for
That
one
makes a lot of
more.
sense for an
Perfect.
arrow, you know.
Yeah.
Not going to use those too many times.
In Godforsaken, they're listed as artifacts, which is worse.
That's wild.
Is there more than one?
Yeah, the first one I put had acid damage. This
okay.
is clearly a ice arrow.
Okay. Can I only have one, or can I have like all of them?
There's one complete ice arrow.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I would like it.
It's one of those things where they give you the final product and then show you how to make it without actually saying anything to you, kind of thing. But
yeah, there's a lack of sapphires around here. But there is the one ice arrow, and then there's this coin object on the ground.
I will look at the coin object and try and identify it or perceive it. Do either of those work?
First off, roll a d6.
Uh-oh.
I would imagine the stasis is probably getting close to not yet.
I rolled a 6. Is that bad or
Okay,
good?
make an intellect check. The difficulty is 8.
Oh,
which means on a 20-sided die,
it's
you would need to roll a 24.
Okay, well, what about this? If I have Decipher, so if I spend 1 minute examining it, does it have writing on this piece of
Yes.
this coin? So if I spend 1 minute examining a piece of writing or code in a language you do not understand, you can roll a difficulty of 3 or higher to get the gist of the message. Does that lower the difficulty at all?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. So y'all
From an 8 to a 3.
So I have to be uninterrupted, so I'll maybe out of combat, but I'm going to focus on this.
How long does it take?
1 minute.
Funny thing that there's another timer that's counting down that also lasts a minute.
Oh yeah,
it started a little earlier.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I stand by it. I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm gonna focus. So is it a 3 now, or what would the new one be?
The Blizzrobe escapes from stasis. What do you do?
Is there like?
Are we back in initiative?
Yep.
It'd be
Sure
my
are.
turn. Oh wait, no, I attacked the.
Soren,
back,
Soren will be
Okay,
first.
yeah.
Stasis.
I'm gonna no, I'm not gonna do that. That would be really funny though. I think Sora's just gonna attack with the spear. Like I think that's the thing. Like, okay, we did the funny thing. Like that's weird. Let's not. Spear time. Much easier. And I'm trained in that, so that should bring it down to what, difficulty 2.
It's a difficulty. Yeah, it's difficulty 2 since you're trained.
That's a 10. So difficulty 3. Cool. 4 damage.
Okie doke. Seagull. The blizzard has escaped stasis. Would you like to attack?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot it with my bow.
Okay.
Um.
Difficulty 3.
Okay.
If you're trained, which I believe you are, it would be difficulty 2.
Okay. I will do that, and I'm gonna add a point of effort in it, which is -3 from, unless we have an edge. So
Right.
then 2. Okay. I'm gonna take it from speed. So bring that down to a 14. So it's just level 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So boom. Difficulty 1. Submit. Effort to roll. Oh. Oh, I guess I should
You've
say.
already
kind of
done
already
it.
did
So,
it. Yeah.
Got it. God, I do that every single time. Yeah. Success. And so that's 4 damage.
Okay. It is the blizzard's turn. It is going to look at. Oh, it really did not like that arrow, so it's going to look at you and shoot a blast of arcane energy at you. I need you to make a speed defense roll.
Okay.
Level 3.
Level 3. Okay. But I'm trained, so would it be level 2?
If you're trained in speed defense, then yeah.
Woohoo! Oh, I did it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yay. She just went like, huh. Did kind of like a little side roll.
And it is going, having missed, it is going to spin around with its wand and blink.
182 degrees away from us. Sorry.
It teleports in some direction away from you. The took.
Right in front of me, and it disintegrates me.
It reappears in a general direction, but it will be blinking for this round.
Okay.
Around, which means its defenses are going to be eased. It's now a level 4 defense.
Yeah. So when it says I have to do it, do I have to do it like a solid minute in a row or just all together?
Since this is interrupting you, you'll need to start it over again.
Yeah, that tracks. I'm not going to do that in combat then. Then I'm going to go out and... Is it still within like a short range so I can still get to it, or because it's blinking I can't really?
You can try to get to it and attack. It might not be within short range whenever you make the hit, just because of its blinking. Gauging where exactly it is what's making
that's the tricky
attack
part.
difficult.
Got it. Okay. Then let's do this. Let's try it. Yeah, I'll try and go and hit it with the hammer.
Okay. You're trained, so
Yep.
difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. I'm putting 1 point of effort. I have a 2 edge. I success. And that is
How-
4 damage.
Okay. As you get to it, it blinks, but you put a lot of like force into this hammer, and where it appears is right in the direction of right in the path of the hammer.
Yeah.
And as you smack it, there is a give as it bursts into ice energy and disintegrates.
Ooh. Is there cool like a little frost effect on the
Nice.
hammer? Nice. Okay.
And all that is left of it is its wand.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Add to your inventory.
Ooh, yay. Cypher.
Not a cipher.
Oh, not a Cypher. Is it a weapon?
It's an artifact.
What's an artifact?
It's a cipher. It's a
A
cipher.
multiple
but
use?
It's a multiple use cipher.
Fuck yes. Oh, hell yeah. Ice rod depletion 1 in 20.
Yeah. So first off, roll a d6 to determine its level.
Okay. 1d6. 6 again. Nice.
Okay, so it's a level 8 cipher. Which means every time you use it, it will deal 8 points of cold damage.
Oh. Fuck yeah.
Um,
All right.
But every time you use it, you do need to roll a 1d20. If it lands on a 1, the cipher is depleted. Or the artifact is depleted.
Oh, that's cool. So it's okay. I like that a lot. So it's rather than roll a d20 to determine how many, it's just if you roll a 1. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Very cool.
yeah.
If you want, Soren can help look at that like artifact because I have like the supernatural knowledge and the intellect stuff to lower the difficulty.
Okay. Yeah.
But that still, I can only lower it to like a 6.
Yeah.
Which is still a very tough roll. So.
Yeah. I mean, but so
maybe do your decipher thing first, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. So I'd go back into I'd kind of slip, like, I think Datuk would like look at the wand and just kind of like, just feel it out and then put it away in his bag and just head immediately back into the coin after checking and making sure no one was hurt. And like almost literally just fall back into the same position he was just in to stare at it.
Okay. Make your intellect check for decipher.
Okay. And that would be a 3, right?
Unless somebody is helping.
I can help. I have to roll for that, don't I?
I don't think so.
I'm trained in supernatural knowledge, so that should
I'll observe and make completely irrelevant suggestions based off of shapes on the coin.
The coin is round.
Same. Varys and I are back here doing some like sports commentary on what we think.
So just the deciphering could be eased to a level 2.
Okay, let's do that. And then I will put in 1 effort. Yes, this is what I want. Yay! Okay. It's success. So from the decipher specifically, I don't understand everything. I just understand the gist of what it is or what it says.
Mm-hmm. The language is Sheikah. And there are some key phrases in there. Clearly frost, ice cold, some word that will equate to one of those. Protection is another one that shows up. Or hindrance.
Okay. And did any sort of like glowing letters happen after and all these things died, or did it look the same exact way
Same
as when I
exact
was?
way.
Okay. So I think to took. We'll try to pick up the coin now and see what happens.
If you would like to try to identify it, because you were able to get the decipher out, it would be level 1.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to
Keep it
have
somewhere.
the actual level be the difficulty for this.
So I think, and let me know if this is okay with you, Ethan. But I think after kind of getting the gist, I wouldn't pick it up, or Tatuk wouldn't pick it up yet, and kind of go to Soren specifically, since Soren was helping me, and kind of say the phrases of ice, frost, hindrance, or protection. Do any of those things mean anything to you, or do you have any idea what this could be?
I could think on it. What is the what is the check for that?
1.
Oh, so just
Intellect
difficulty
1, which you're trained in supernatural stuff. So
Oh yeah, so
just based off of the description that he's given you, Sheikah magic having to do with ice, protection, hindrance. This is some manifestation of a Cryonis rune.
Ooh. Oh hell yeah.
A wall of super cold air? What?
30 by 30. Nice.
It's a wall of ice.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I think Soren would kind of be like, I think I read something about these Sheikah runes. This one, I believe, is called Cryonis.
Hmm.
It should make
So
some
it
sort
wants
of
us to cry on
barrier.
it?
Cryonis.
I think
It's
more
called
have
cry
to do
on
with,
this.
I think it has more to do with cold, as in cryo cold, not tear cry.
Oh.
What is it? Tears
No
or
tears
tears?
in this. No tears in this kingdom.
So
yet.
you want it's saying CRI, not CRY. I get it. Same page.
Yep, let's go with that. I think you're getting the gist.
This is the best that we will achieve. But yeah, she'll just point that out. Does it seem like a cipher kind of thing? Like,
It's
does
a
it seem
cipher.
fragile? Okay. Yeah. I have an open slot. I don't know if anybody else has an open slot, but I do have an open slot for a cipher.
I do
so.
not.
I have an open slot as
I
well.
have 2 open slots.
Whoever-
The ice
does
rod
my-
does not count as a cipher.
Okay. Yeah, I can take it just so you can have an open
Okay.
slot for later if you want.
Sure.
I'm going to be the cold blue-collar worker. Okay. I'll pick that up then, and I'll roll a d6 right now.
There was also a moderate treasure orb from the Blitz robe.
Smack it.
7.
Yeah, you get a moderate amount.
Pick
of
up
rupees.
all the rupees.
Cryonis. Rune. And how does... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, moderate.
How does it, like, how do we activate it? I know
The
maybe
cry-
the characters wouldn't know this, but yeah, how would, like, we as characters just activate it? Like, place it on the ground? Do we have to, like, throw it? Does it not matter?
I don't know.
I told you, you cry on it.
That's starting to make a lot of sense.
Maybe we should. Like, I think for a second, even just took us like, does that make sense?
You have to point your iPad at whatever you want to freeze, and then it happens. You
If
have
only-
your Sheikah iPad.
I mean, if you had a Sheikah slate, that would be an appropriate way to use it. But you have this coin.
We have the okay, so I'll just hold it for now.
You do that like the old timey thing where you bite the coin and try to bend it and it bursts
Just
in your mouth.
Super freezes my skull. So I think the same pocket that I put the ice rod in, I'll also put. I'm assuming it's cold to the touch too. I don't know for sure. Yeah. So like just kind of like cold potatoing it, putting it in the same pocket as the ice rod wand or ice
You
rod.
get the sense that if you did not have this spicy elixir warming your body, it might hurt a little bit
Okay,
to
yeah.
handle it. Like you might get a little freezer burn.
Okay, cool.
Speaking of, the snow's starting to come down a little bit harder. The wind's picking up.
Is our spicy elixir not doing the job anymore?
You're still acclimated to the cold environment. It's more visibility and navigating is going to be a little bit more difficult.
Soren, why did your dog friend lead us here?
That is an excellent question. And she'll just like look at the wolf.
What did you do?
This looks back.
Can you lead us to where we were trying to go now?
It sort of circles a little bit, then puts its nose to the ground, and then sort of goes off in the same direction.
Thord will give it some head pats and be like, "These are very nice things. They just weren't what we were looking for."
And then it does start to go off.
Perhaps this way. Or we'll find more treasure.
Okay.
Perhaps distracted by shiny things. I'm not sure.
It's actually trolling us.
If you are going to try, along with the wolf, to navigate through this rising snowstorm, this is going to be a pretty challenging task.
Question: if you have an enabler special ability, what do you take stuff from your might, speed, or intellect?
Enablers don't require an action to do. It's just
It just happens.
It's like passives.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like it's just
cool.
there.
Okay, I was just checking to make sure I hadn't missed anything. I could use my curious again. To help with navigation.
I can as well. I don't know if we can stack it on, but I also have curious.
There can be a maximum of 2 assets supplied. So you say curious.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Or I can help with an action with my trained in perception. Whichever you prefer me to do.
What's the difficulty this time?
5.
5. Okay. I
Curious
can.
brings it down 1.
Yeah, and I can bring it down 2 more again if we need to.
Right. So would that be your effort or just being
That'd be
trained?
effort. That'd be effort. I don't have any like specific training for like traversing things.
Okay,
I just have like the good intellect.
So somebody could help to provide an asset which would bring it down further.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. So 5 down to 2, that's 3. Down 1 more, so it should be difficulty 2.
Noise?
And I rolled 20. That's the new Monera symbol, so
Okay.
that'll work.
Yeah. You through the fog, through the blizzard, there is a fairly obvious sign that points you in the direction that you need to go, which is that bassy vroom sound that would indicate a time shift has occurred. And it's fairly obvious where it's coming from. Which is directly across this like mountain valley that you're going to need to cross to get to Snow Peak, one of the higher peaks of Hebra. There's this very clear blue energy. There's also the sound of rock cracking and breaking. With your major success, you would be able to see that there is a fissure climbing up Snow Peak.
That doesn't seem
But that is
good.
the direction that your wolf is leading. That is the clear indication of where you need to go. It is the better part of 3 miles away.
Keep walking. Just keep going. I mean, 3 miles is 3 miles. Doesn't get shorter if you don't start walking.
It's fucking cold. Your spicy soup is helping you. As in, you will not take immediate damage, but you won't be able to last multiple hours out here in the blizzard without needing to take shelter before you start taking some damage.
We pivot then to try to find a little bit of shelter.
I mean, it's 3 miles, 6 minutes each mile. We should be there in 18 minutes. We got this.
You can
Perhaps
run a
on-
6 minute. You can run a 6 minute mile, Veers.
Perhaps on flat ground, we must go up a mountain.
Mountain. It'll be fine.
I would like to see you do this. Like, Sora's just like, if you're not bullshitting, I would very much like to see it.
I have endurance, which basically means anything is either doubled or halved depending on it. Does that factor in any way here?
For you, yeah.
I'm trained in running. I have
I'll be a scout. I'll make sure he doesn't
part of
bullshit
my
us.
physical skills.
I also still have endurance. I thought that I switched it, but I didn't. I switched something else that I don't remember what I switched, but I do still have endurance.
Okay, but I wouldn't leave poor Soren alone. So
I'm gonna use my action recovery roll really quick, just because.
you get a +1 because you're my buddy.
Nice. Oh, that is very nice. That's
Okay.
8.
Actually,
Oh, by the way, I
Actually,
noticed
I'm
that
gonna do that
the
as well.
damage on my trident I had including the weapon enchantment. So I took that off since we found out that I need to spend stuff on it. Hi, Cora.
I hit the wrong button, but I used mine as well.
If y'all are going to push forward, make a might check, difficulty 3, as you power through the blizzard.
I will use but I can use 2 effort, and I have 1 edge in might. So what does that mean?
So you can use 2 points from your might pool in order to lower the difficulty down to a 2. You can use 2 additional to lower it further down to a 1.
Okay.
Or if
And
you have
then-
any asset or training.
Yeah, I'm trained in running and balancing, which I think running while on ice would require balance. right?
Sure, I'll count it. So it's a difficulty 3. So just
So I'll use
flat out, you would need to roll a 9. You're trained, that's lowering it to a 2. So you're already
and
down
then I'll
to a
use
6.
both effort points.
Okay. So you're using 2 points from your.
Yeah, so I'm
From
down
your
to
pool?
13 in my might pool.
Okay, so that's now it's a 1.
I used a might point myself.
Oh, it's not just me making the check. We all have to roll it.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a
Would-
16, so should be good.
Would the endurance count to this?
Sure. The endurance will be an asset.
Oh, okay. Then I didn't spend an effort. I'll just act as that if the endurance was my effort. So I'll put a point back.
So I'm adding 4 effort to roll. So should I just make it a 3 or whatever the? Oh my gosh, close. If I hit might, it's normally demanding.
Mhm.
If I put in demanding and then I just add the effort, is that what I should do, or should I just drop it down to 1 and then add 0 effort to the 1?
Okay, so it was demanding.
Uh-huh.
You're trained, so that puts it down to a standard. How much effort are you putting in?
If it's only a 2.
If you put in one effort, which will cost 2 points from your might pool, that'll bring it down to a 1.
I'll do that,
Yeah, which means you only need to beat a 3.
which I rolled.
Which you
Oof.
just rolled.
Nice.
So I rolled a 3.
I think we all succeeded,
Okay.
right?
So because you all succeeded, you would only take 1 point of cold damage from the blizzard, but you are still under the effects of the spicy elixir, so you have 1 armor against cold.
Sweet.
So
We're all
you're good.
We did it.
Told you we could make it.
Thank you, Varys, for believing in us. That's so good.
So y'all have made it to like another part of this like crag where like you're a little bit more protected from the wind and have a chance to catch your breath. The mountain is still the better part of 2 miles away.
Oh, that was only to get a mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're in the mountains in a fucking blizzard.
No. That's so fair. I mean, that's totally fair. My brain didn't click that it was only 1 mile.
Would anybody care to look around the immediate area?
I will.
Yeah.
Make an intellect check. I'm not giving you a difficulty.
So I have curious and trained in perception.
Okay, so whatever you roll, you can
Just take 6 away from it, or add 6 to it.
It'd be difficulty 6 instead of difficulty 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Because of the 2 things.
So along this like craggy area, you can see the clear direction to Snow Peak. You also notice hidden within like this pass is what looks like a hot spring.
Oh,
Ooh.
I want to go to the hot spring.
That
Let's
seems
go.
appropriate.
my old bones could use a good hot spring.
My old bones could use a soak.
What do you do?
Let me find my Epsom salts.
Can we make sure it's not acidic and deadly?
Okay, so you continue to the hot spring.
Yeah.
It'll take you a few minutes to get there, but once you do, you can see that it is like the snow immediately around it is clearly melting. It is giving off warm, this natural geothermic warmth. How would you like to try and identify if it's acidic?
That's a good
I'm
question.
gonna jump in.
I was going to prepare like an old piece of paper from his journal to dip it and just see if it gets wet or melts, but
Look,
Beers,
I'm a
what is
Zora. It's water.
What does this jump in look like?
Oh, he's gonna it's gonna be super
cannonball.
run up, jump, do like a flip in the air and like pencil dive almost. So you only see like bloop, like the tiniest splash of water, even though I'm obviously massive and it should be much larger.
I think the took is like, oh god, like cannonball, like this could be acidic, so just trying to prepare for it, but then she's like, bloop.
Yeah, it's warm. It's nice.
Seagull's just
Pop
gonna
back out,
walk in.
start backstroking. I can't do it with my chair in the way properly, but backstroking.
As-
Take your clothes
So
off.
Virus jumps back out of the water, resurfaces, and starts backpedaling. It looks like a very serene scene until massive fingers reach out of the water, clutching around Virus, and that's where we'll come back from our break.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
Oh God! Death by snoo snoo.
By Snoo Snoo.
And this is what I
So
think it
good.
is. They're we'll see. All right, we'll be back. Don't go nowhere. We'll
Don't
be
go
back.
anywhere.
Bye, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, we're back. Man, Virus, there is a giant human hand that is reaching up around you.
I'm gonna say he's gonna start freaking out.
Yeah. I
Like,
think that's the normal response.
You have about a second before you are fully lifted out of the water, as this towering form of a woman, dark skin, she's got, like, as you get a better look at her nails, you can see that they are long, sharp, and polished with a very, very bright blue paint. As she rises out of the water, she has huge hair. Her eyes and her very full lips are accentuated with blue powder. Whenever I imagine her in my mind's eye, it looks very similar to Heidi in Closet, the drag queen. But she lifts you up out of the water, and it's like, oh, you poor thing, and looks at all of you. What brings you? What brings you to my fountain today? And gently places you back in the water. Fears.
Did I know this was here?
No.
Oh shit.
We are following a strange disturbance in the mountains over there and kind of point to the general direction of where the fissure was. But it's so cold, we were hoping to warm ourselves for a little bit before we continue our journey.
Of course. Stay, warm yourself. The water's fine. I am Hala, great fairy of ice. I'm sorry that I can't offer more. It's just no one's been to visit in a very long time. I'm afraid I don't have much more power than to let you heal your wounds in my pond. in my fountain.
And we're like, okay to be here?
Of course.
Okay. She'll believe what she's saying.
She can heal my wounds as long as she would like.
So yeah, if you would like, you can have a free recovery roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everyone but me benefits with a +1 by just knowing me.
I rolled a 1. That's okay. I only had 2 used actually, so
Back up to full.
Back up to full as well, actually.
I tower and
just
get
enough.
select.
What is it again? A D6?
It's a D6, and if you have something to add to it,
Unless you took an advancement to raise your modifier, it should be +1.
+1. Yeah.
And then plus
But
another
also
one
+1.
from Detux. Yeah.
Okay. So
So
plus
1d6
2.
plus 2.
Oh, I got
Unless
4,
you
which
made
is
it better.
6.
This does it have any anti like aging qualities by chance, even for just a moment? Okay.
Nope.
My poor knees need all the help they can get. Just wanted to check.
Hayla did mention she only has enough power to help you heal your wounds.
Just
No
heal the
one's
wounds,
been
okay.
by in a while.
Is there anything we can do to help you since you helped us?
If you have rupees to spare, that would help restore some of my strength.
take them all.
Moderate. You have a moderate amount.
All?
Do you want to give all your rupees?
We share a pool, so I'm not going to say yes. We're going to give her all of our
Soren would definitely give that moderate amount we found earlier. Like,
Yeah.
not even really think about it. Just like toss.
Yeah,
toss
I would
the bag.
I would be a proponent of giving the moderate.
That works for me.
Okay.
We hope this helps.
That's all the like extra rupees we have, other than just like the amount
Yeah.
we normally carry.
Yeah.
If you
It helps moderately.
if you dump the rupees into the fountain, Hayla will dive back into the water, and it alights. All of you who are resting within the hot spring, which I believe is all of you, will gain an additional armor for 24 hours.
Ooh. That's fun.
And materializing from the pool is this sort of like tuning fork that seems to be like crystallized reformation of the rupees that you just offered.
Is it like an offering to us, or is it just kind of as like, okay, so I think if no one else would grab it, the Took would grab it.
I mean, I'm in the water. I'll just like pass it to you.
Oh, if you're in the one, you can take it. Yeah, feel free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What kind of thing is it? Is it a? Oh, is
A
it
shard of
shard
agony.
of agony?
Okay. I'll roll the level now.
That is wild.
That's a really cool item.
Okay, I'll take that. Another level 7. So,
So we could get obscure knowledge about the past at best.
You get an answer.
Okay, good to know.
This is specifically the version that was in Ocarina of Time 3DS, not the one that's on this N64.
Thank you for all of your help. We owe you a great deal.
Of course. And as she speaks again after this, her voice like resonates. It like echoes. Feel free to remain here until. Oh. It seems the weather has cooled a bit. Or, it seems the storm has faded a bit. I hope your journey is safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully you get more visitors and are able to regain more strength.
If you see anyone, send them my way. That would certainly help. Toodaloo. And she will just dive back into the water. There's a little like wave as the water is displaced. Not enough of a weight to account for her mass, as she is a towering woman.
Hi, pretty lady.
I don't want.
I don't want.
I like her.
You know, there are probably more great fairies around Hyrule. Perhaps one close to your home, Virus.
I now have a reason to explore more of Hyrule.
Like in
Make sure you
comparison,
bring adequate rupees.
how like what's like the size comparison between like Virus and the fairy?
Virus is like 8 or 9 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
The fairy was easily 20-25.
Ooh.
I think
That's
the
why
fairy-
Virus is so enamored. Like, I've never seen a woman that large before.
I feel like the part of the fairy that like sticks out of the water is like pushing 20 feet. And then it's like you don't even know where the rest of the body is. Like she could have legs up to here, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be a
Legs for days.
Like Patrick Star in the SpongeBob movie when he has the fishnets on.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Like Link's like what, 5.5, 6 feet tall. He's a short king from appearances, but like fits cozily in the palm of her hand, if that tells you anything. They're enormous.
So I think Tuk would probably, get ready and see how bad the weather is now.
It's not bad at all.
Oh, okay. Is the fissure still there? Is it still growing? Can
Yes.
we see that?
It's
Okay.
not growing. You can just see a definitive crack going up the
okay.
mountainside.
Okay. Are we all ready to keep moving?
I believe so.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yep, you continue through the mountain. As you go up, you do start to notice on the stretch, the remaining mile to the mountain, there's like this copse of frozen trees. I say frozen; it's just evergreen trees that are still growing. Alongside the mountain. Some of them have a fresh coating of snow from the blizzard. One more navigation check. This one will be fairly easy. Difficulty 2, pretty standard.
If somebody else wants to do it,
I can do it. Or do you want to?
I feel like I've been
this-
hogging them, so if somebody else wants to do one. This is like the easiest one, so
Go
far.
for it.
Okay.
I'm okay with you ensuring our success.
Yeah, right.
I
You're
can
doing pretty good.
actually like if somebody wants to help me, I can use a level of effort and we can just
Yeah.
even roll it.
No, I'll help
Okay.
you.
Cool. I'll mark off those 2 points. Difficulty 0. Routine.
Yeah, there's a clear path through the woods. Yeah, easy enough.
And we don't have the dangerous weather anymore to make it that much harder for us to trip it. Okay, cool.
Right. I would
Sweet.
I would like somebody to make an intellect check though. Difficulty 4.
Oh shit! I can try. Is it perception based?
Mhm.
I can go.
Do it.
4, so I'm going to knock it down to 3 because of my training. And then anyone helping me, or is it just I'll put an effort in as well? You don't have to. It's good.
Sorry. Difficulty 6.
Okay,
Cancel
I can do it if we need to. I'm
so
happy to spend the points.
I have curious, which will be 1 asset, and then trained in perception. Does that mean no one else can help me?
I think only one person can help you, and you have to be trained in it or
the
have an
training
ability, right?
eases it, which brings it down.
Okay.
Your effort you can put in yourself.
Okay.
2 assets at most can help you. An asset somebody can provide by helping, or if you have a specific item that would help you, that would also be an asset.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any way to help with perceiving things.
I can help with
Okay.
perception.
I'll use my enabler then, or whichever, my training. Yeah, I'll use my enabler of we'll both use our curious. We'll kind of put our heads together and be like, all right, what's
Okay.
the kind of vibe here? And then I'll also put in effort. So difficulty 6, my training pulled it down to 5, and then
My curious would pull it down another one,
okay. So that's 4. And then
and
I'll
then
put in
an effort.
all right,
Okay.
so 4. And then an effort of 1. Oh, 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Let's go.
Just the weather is clear. You have a definitive trail through the woods. You immediately notice the telltale signs of this is the hunting grounds of a predator.
Hunting grounds of what?
Of a predator.
Of a
And just immediately noticing that you do keep an eye out, and you do see moving through the snow a large lupine form. You are being hunted. You do immediately clock this.
Do all of us, or is it just him?
Just him.
Okay. Is kind of silently, and what kind of predator? Or I immediately clock a what?
A large bipedal predator that
Just
is
large.
lupine.
Okay.
We would recognize this as a creature known as a white wolf-oss, which looks like a white werewolf.
Okay. And as quietly as possible to the group, I'll kind of just like put up my hands very slowly, no sudden movements, and then just bend my fingers to kind of point to where the things are. The wolf-oss, which I wouldn't know at the time, but just kind of point as in, like I'll make like scary hand and then point to see, just to let them know something is right there. And whisper it if I think I can get away with it.
Okay, I'm gonna take the potion.
Okay. What level is the potion? Level 1?
It's 1d6. I don't think I ever rolled it. Oh, it did it for me. So it's level 2.
Okay. So what do you do?
Are they intelligent creatures, or like any sort of like? Is there a way to converse with them?
There may be an intelligence. They do not communicate verbally.
Oh wait, I don't know if it does count anymore. I think I unleashed my pixie or fairy last time, my mini one, and I think I only asked one question.
Mhm.
What is the credit score of this wolf-oss? What?
850.
Damn. Good for them.
Damn, dude.
What are
It
the
is
questions?
actually the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's
Oh,
Wolf
it's white
House
because
of
of all the
Wall Street.
cocaine. Got it.
What are the questions I can ask for?
Look, if we don't stop this thing, it's gonna write Vampire the Masquerade, and we cannot allow that to happen to Hyrule.
Home facts. Would the fairy be able to communicate with it?
It could try.
I don't want to hurt the little guy.
Isn't this like a towering lycanthrope?
Yeah.
No,
I don't wanna-
hurt my fairy, not the
Oh, okay.
not the lycanthrope. My
He's
little fairy.
just a little guy.
He's
He's
just a little
a little
guy.
You
I mean,
wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? You wouldn't hit a little guy on his birthday.
You're not going to shoot a puppy, are you?
Oh my god.
The course of one day. Okay. I don't think I'm going to use the fairy. It just doesn't make sense. So, what do we want to attack, or do we want to see if we can find a way around? We're in the hunting grounds of that thing, I think. I don't know why I'm whispering. I don't know if that picked it up at all.
Like, you said we're actively being hunted, right? Okay. The thing probably knows we're here. So either we attack or it's gonna attack eventually, but
Then
Is
say
that a
let's
go?
attack it.
Can I go?
Yeah,
Is that a
you can
go?
Very
All right,
soon.
I'm gonna immediately pivot and start bounding towards it to attack it with my trident.
What restraint, Virus? Tatuk is really proud that you didn't just immediately do that.
Roll for initiative.
yeah, the fact we made it that far in a conversation before Virus ran in, that's impressive.
Hey, look,
Virus is
Matt
learning.
may have known what it was, but that doesn't mean that Virus did.
What difficulty?
4.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's all right. I'm not. There's no way I was ever going to win this. So
And I don't recall what is an
natural
initiative. I
20.
can just press this.
oh shit, I got an 18. I actually did beat it. Oh, Virus, no.
I got 13, but I still beat
Roll
difficulty 4.
the- Oh, no Valen token.
Virus is immediately diving after it, which sends the Wolfos bounding off into the snow.
Oh yeah, they do that thing. They like try to kite you and like run around you. So
Seagull. It is a long distance away.
But I have the thing that I just got, which makes it actually, where did it go? My range increase. So would that mean it becomes
it means you can shoot very long now, because before you could already shoot long with your bow.
gotcha? Okay. I'm going to do just for flavor. If we've like been in the huddle and we've said, okay, we're gonna attack it. 3, 2, 1, go. And Virus like turns to like go chasing it and stuff. I think Seagull's gonna do a cool like down on her knee and like whip out her bow and like spin and is going to shoot the ice arrow at it.
Okay, make your attack.
Right in the butt.
Oh,
Cold butt.
Cold butt. What is the thingy?
4.
4.
Quattro.
Okay. I am gonna use a an effort. Oh, wait, so it's 4, but I'm trained in my bow, so it's 3.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use an effort, a speed, which is get out of here. Which is 2 from the pool. 3. 2, 3.
3 normally, but if you have an edge, it's 2.
I have an edge. So it's 2. Oh man.
I can.
I'm slowly starting to understand this character sheet.
I can also. I have a new ability called Enable Others. Is you can use the helping rules to provide a benefit to another character attempting a physical attack. Unlike the normal helping rules, this doesn't require you to use your action helping others.
Ooh.
So does that help too?
Yeah, so like Ditto can like whistle to like
Just kind
sort
of
of
move its
make
head or
it
something.
make it like distracted for a little bit, and maybe give you like an extra second to lock onto it.
Does that mean it's down to a 1?
Uh-huh.
Oh, badass. Okay. So 1. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
and special.
you will deal
Let's
an additional
go.
2 damage to this.
Okay.
But yeah, what's your normal damage?
So it's the ice arrow, so it's 1d6 plus 2. I got a 2, so 4. And it explodes when it strikes it.
But
Inflict.
also, what's your normal bow damage?
Oh, sorry. My normal bone damage is 4.
So 4, and then 4 cold damage.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then plus 2 more, because I got a special thing
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
But
so
she rolled
10.
an 18.
Okay.
That's a lot of
It
damage.
looks so cool, you guys. She was
Get
like,
the flex,
she's like,
get the flex tape, get the flex seal.
knee spin, phew, and then
Important thing to note: this is a Arctic predator. So the cold damage, it looks like it does have a little bit of resistance to it, a little bit of armor.
Good point.
You still have done half of its health.
God damn. Nice job, Blair.
I love
Let's
this character
go.
so much. Does that mean that the ice arrows are gone now?
Yes.
Okay.
That took.
Cypher, use. Oh, it's up to me. All right. I think I'm gonna hit it with a hammer.
Okay, you're gonna run after it. It is a long distance away. You can
Oh,
move
it's a
a short
long distance away? Yeah. What's something else I can help with? I'm definitely not known for being speedy. Can I kind of ready an action if it does come closer to us, since we just beat it up? Hopefully
Sure.
it doesn't run away. And if it's as soon as it gets close, I'll hit it. And then if I can do something like that, like an action now, is like see if there's any other like things hiding in the snow or anything else that will maybe kind of bombard us.
Make an intellect check. Difficulty 3.
3. Okay, so I have my training, which pulls it down to a 2, and then my curious. I don't feel like the curious would actually work here, right? Would it?
I don't know.
Curious.
I don't know how y'all's abilities work.
Sorry. You're always curious about your surroundings, even on a subconscious level. You use effort to attempt navigation or perception or initiative tests in an area that you've rarely seen before. You can apply an additional free level of effort.
If you use effort, you can get an additional 1.
If I do that, it will be a 0. So
so
let's
yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've used that effort. Looking around, it does look like this is pretty fertile hunting grounds. There are like tracks where it looks like some deer have passed through. Elk, hardier Hebra mountain creatures,
Mhm.
and some natural cold-footed wolves and other just natural enemies. It looks like the wolf boss has sort of usurped this recently, but it doesn't look like any other creatures are hiding around in wait. It looks like it is the only monster around.
Okay. Yeah. So then, kind of readying his hammer for like as soon as anything within striking range, be like, I think this is the only one, so we have to draw it in closer. Have Seagull do her thing again.
Sorry.
Soren is going to.
I cannot hear you.
Okay, so Soren is going to. There's my character sheet. So my spear, because it's a spear, has actually a distance of long, because I can throw it. I'm assuming. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw
Oh, I
it.
didn't even look at the distance of the trident. I
wolf.
imagine it's throwable, huh?
That would make sense.
So that is a difficulty 4 normally, right? Okay, so it'll be 3.
Can I use the helper again, or is that once per turn, you think? It doesn't specify in the writings. It just says I don't need to use an action to help.
I'll use the level of effort that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. And so that'll
Let's say
lower
once
it.
per turn.
Yeah, that's what makes sense to me. Otherwise, I just use that every turn.
So that'll lower it to 2. Okay. Roll with that. That's a 14. So that should do it.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
It does 4 damage.
Let's
And that's
go.
it.
Your wolf doesn't do anything.
Oh yeah, it goes on my turn. I don't know how far it can move necessarily. For the animal companion, I don't know if it's the same as like what I can do.
I think it's just a short distance.
A short distance. The wolf will like probably stick close to Soren, and you can see like kind of some of the little like kind of bits start kind of floating in the air around it, like maybe it's thinking about doing something, and Soren's kind of like looking at it a little funny. So, but that'll be my action next turn, if we get there.
Yeah, the wolf boss will move a long distance and immediately go straight for Seagull. Seagull, please make a speed defense roll. Level 5.
Gotcha.
Since I was like readying my hammer, can I hit it after this, or did it like bypass me all directly?
You can go after. You can hit after.
Cool.
I
You
am
can try
also
to hit after.
Thank you. I can try.
I'm also trained. If it's a speed defense and I want to add effort, do I have to use speed?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I will do that then. So that's another 2.
Check your abilities too, because I have one that specifically lets me use my might pool instead of my intellect pool, as an example.
Oh. Oh, and didn't
Is
you get an upgrade to use speed defense or something like that?
I did do that. Yeah, I do have that. I also have block. Is this about to be a melee attack?
It will.
Can I use instead of doing, or I guess I don't know how this works because I have block, but I have to use it as an action. So would I've had to use that before
Yes.
this? Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry, I'm double checking. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else. Yeah, because I just have this. That's okay. Okay, so I am going to do the speed defense. Was 5, trained, now 4, but I'm also using it in effort, so 3.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. And success.
Let's go.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
You dodge out of the way. It lands. It pounces at you. You move out of the way. It lands in the snow next to you. You can smack it with a hammer. You can try to.
Fuck it up.
4.
So 4. I'm specialized in hammering. I get in hammered. No, hammering. So that's a 3. And I'm gonna put 2 levels of effort, which is gonna be a total of 4 points for me from might. Effort to damage. I didn't even know that's a thing.
If you hit, you can do additional effort for the damage.
Okay. I don't mind. I don't care. I hit it. Let me remove the 4 points for 11.
Okay. How much damage?
It does 4.
Okay. It's still up.
Darn it. So close.
Virus.
How
Work it
far is
out.
it from me?
It's within the melee.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna use charge weapon on it, and
Is that your cool new tier 2 thing?
no, that's an AOE.
Oh.
So that's just my +2 damage. So this costs 2. How do I know what oh, my trident uses speed. So that attack. And it's a difficult to hit.
Difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. I will spend.
But you're trained in your spear, right?
I am trained in my spear.
So 3.
Okay.
So 3. I'll go ahead and use 2 effort for 2 points.
Nice.
How does adding effort to damage work?
If you hit, you can spend additional effort to deal extra damage.
Okay, I won't do that.
Is it the same number of
course.
your regular damage multiplied by how much effort you put in? The menu.
Player can spend effort to add 3 points of damage.
Just
Oh, nice.
that's
So I hit
Pretty
it for a total of 7 damage because I do my additional 2.
Yeah, so this thing landed in the middle of you. It thought that it was going to get a very decent meal. Immediately got fucking sniped. Jumped down to try and attack the sniper. Got smacked with a hammer and Virus as you impale it. How does this creature meet its end?
I'm gonna. So this is an Arctic creature. You're in a frozen environment. I'm using water that comes out of my trident. So as I go to stab and hit it with the trident, I'm gonna say that the water coalesces to a point that freezes and pierces its heart with just like a block of ice, like an icicle.
nice.
And disappear.
You blink
Everybody
182
just-
it out of there.
Yeah, everything just like blinked and reloaded for me.
It explodes into Malice Miasma. And the crystallized heart that remains erupts into a treasure orb,
Oh, nice.
an expensive treasure orb.
Oh.
Let's go.
Immediately run back to the ferry.
I was just gonna say I want to get the fairy mama.
Mommy, sorry.
What do you do?
We just said immediately run back to the fairy fountain.
Maybe on the way back. Maybe on the way back. We gotta keep
you,
moving.
you gotta keep pressing.
So is the fissure now just like right over there?
It's like half a mile, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we would head towards the fissure.
What was the great fairy's name, by the way? I forgot to write it down.
Hayla.
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 I spelled it right. Yes.
Nice.
Wow, that was like kind of scary for a few seconds, but then we got it.
That was a wonderful shot, Sequel.
Oh, thanks.
That was pretty brilliant.
I don't know. There's just something about being out here hanging with you guys that, like, I feel like I'm getting better at that kind of stuff. So, woohoo!
Get you in the zone.
Yeah. The power of friendship. We're friends, right?
You are my friend, and that's for sure. You are all my friends.
Yes. Totally.
Hey.
Say
You
I have
continue-
spoken to you all more than many people in my life. So
Aw.
Sequel to you.
Yeah.
Y'all continue along the path, and make your way to, like, you're up like Snow Peak a little bit, not all the way, but the fissure extends downward uh, in the mountain, just alongside of it. And as you get closer to where this fissure is, you do reach the ruin known as Turtle Rock. It is a dome-shaped rock with carved talons and a broken turtle head, revealing ruins underneath. Like there's an opening into this structure. It looks like it may have been a temple a long time ago. Glowing on the turtle's back is a familiar pulsing blue time shift stone, and standing before the dungeon's entrance is a group of soldiers and what appears to be a regal-looking Hylian woman with purple hair and red eyes holding a scepter.
Wait, we could see the eyes, so it's not meditating.
Yes.
Red
Are they
eyes.
within the time shift?
They look like they are standing outside and around.
Okay.
Not outside the time shift, but outside Turtle Rock and standing just like around it, sort of like standing attention.
But we could assume they are in like another point in time, like inside the time shift field.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's okay.
Does this look familiar to anyone?
Looks like there's about to be a fight.
I wouldn't know.
Should we go talk to them?
I think it's always good to talk first.
Because we know we can get out if it's the same as in the other place.
Would I recognize that figure at all? Like who that might be?
You can make an intellect check. It would be something dealing with legends.
Okay, I don't really.
You have something that could provide an asset.
I could also just because to help. I do have history and geography. I think are my two.
Don't we have the book?
I'll need to brain blast and see if I remember anything.
The book. The book.
The book.
Take a look. It's in a book.
What would the difficulty be?
Book. Read the book.
Oh, we also have that agony shard if we want to use it. But I don't know. That might be a waste because we're looking at something.
Yeah.
The book.
Yeah. I have the book.
Well, you're the history buff, so maybe you roll it. But
okay, I'll roll it. And what's the difficulty?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay.
I
just want to make sure I'm training.
Action.
You are trained.
Do something else.
Okay, I can do something else. Punch it. No, I would not do that. You are trained in history and geography. I should have done archaeology. That would have been fun, but that's okay.
This would be difficulty 5. This is something even a scholar might not know.
That's a spicy meatball. Okay, so my training in history, would that account for something?
Yep. That would be ease down to 4. You have an asset in the book, that would be 3.
Okay, so 3. Does supernatural knowledge account to any of this at all? Okay. 3. I'll put. I am gonna be bleeding myself dry soon. I will put an effort into this though. Please don't fail. Thank you. 18. Very nice.
The fissure and the distinctive purple hair, red-eyed woman, Hylian woman, do immediately. If it doesn't immediately bring to mind the Legend of Lorule, then looking through the book and going through some of the previous legends does bring it to mind. In one of the Legends of Hyrule, disaster didn't actually come to Hyrule. It came to a parallel world connected to it. That that was known as Low Rule, and it was ruled by a princess called Hilda.
Is it Little Rule or Lil Rule?
Low Rule, the Lorule.
Oh, so like hot. Okay, I'm a doofus. Okay, Low Rule. And then kind of all of a sudden, just like maybe it just mentions alternate world or low rule, and it'll just like all buzz all of a sudden. And Took will be like, I think this could possibly be related to the legend of Low Rule, where the crisis was averted, maybe? Was that it? That the disaster didn't happen in Low Rule? Or
Yeah,
am I swapping that?
the details are
A little
not.
fuzzy.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of concrete details,
Got it.
especially since like this history didn't occur in this world.
Yeah, fair. Where either the disaster was averted and went to them, or went to us and avoided. It's a little confusing. I can't quite remember, but I think this may be a link to another world.
A link between them.
Between war.
Wait, so you're meaning it's not just time travel anymore?
It could be time travel. It could be something else.
Within the
both.
time shift, the geography, it does appear to be the same.
Okay.
It does appear to still be Turtle Rock and
Got it.
Snow Peak.
We've got a link between worlds. Maybe they could have traveled between the worlds to get.
The only noticeable difference within the time shift is that there is a giant fissure going down Snow Peak.
Okay.
That seems
Like,
to be extending through Turtle Rock.
I think based on the information we have, we know that they're from Low Rule, maybe, but that doesn't mean they never came to Hyrule, right?
Good point.
So
Yeah, good point.
yeah,
I think we just need to take this very cautiously when going forward, just in case we don't want to be trapped in another world instead of just time.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find another Darley.
Get my hopes up.
What it,
I do have a whole other shoulder that a whole other chicken could be sitting on.
It'd be like Arlie now.
Early.
Early.
Be early.
Arlie.
Charlie, Darlie,
Early.
Early.
It would just be early with an
It's like
IE.
It's an
Yeah.
early
Yeah,
bird.
it's like a
It's an
Hick
early
says
bird.
hourly.
Oh, it's an
like
early
early.
bird.
Arlie.
That's so
Arlie.
good.
Arlie.
The woman appears to just be scanning, like looking out to the edge of the time shift, in your direction. Does not appear to see any of you.
Kind of does like a small wave just to see if even like it tracks motion or movement or anything like that.
Perhaps we should.
Nope.
Is there a direction we could approach from to not surprise them too terribly?
The
just
guards
going-
appear to be like the soldiers appear to be having a full perimeter.
I was wondering if, like, because if they're standing like 3 feet from the edge of the thing, right, and we come in there, maybe that's a bit aggressive. But if there's maybe a part
Hi.
that they're like 6 feet from, that's maybe a little more comfortable.
Yeah, you've got a good like 20 feet between the edge of the time shift
Oh.
and where they're standing.
I just,
Okay.
I know they're going to be really surprised, and people that are surprised tend to react in certain ways, and
Okay.
we can't help but materialize in front of them. So I just want to do that in the best way possible.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. Let's just go in slowly. Yeah.
You slowly approach. You immediately get the attention of the guards, who do tense up a little bit, but don't immediately get aggressive. And the woman just sort of raises her eyebrows and who goes there?
We don't really have a team name, so
We
That's-
we're friendly adventurers.
I'm Soren from the Gerudo.
I am Tatuk.
Seagull.
I am the great Zoro warrior Virus. Hits his like
That
trident.
made a good
down.
sound.
Yeah, it's a good.
That was a really good.
That was a
The
really
Foley work.
good.
I see. I am Sabrina, Princess of Lorule.
Hello,
You're-
Sabrina. Sorry.
You're not who I expected. Are you companions of the Sage of Time?
Which is the Sage of Time? Have we met the Sage of Time yet?
There is no Sage of Time. There is no like the Sage of Time is not one of the 7 sages.
Ooh.
You have heard from Sayaka that is what Provost Eugene Amon is calling himself.
Presumptive.
In a way, yes, we are.
Also, sorry, really quickly, meta. Didn't you say that it was Princess Hilda?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Ooh.
I wrote stuff down.
Okay.
I see. Is he returning?
He is not with us at the moment. We do not know when he will return. Or if.
Is there a purpose for your being here?
That is what we want to know. We had come to investigate the fissure from my world to make sure it was not an assault or an invasion against our still healing world. Instead, to my surprise, it was your Sage of Time who had wished to interview me, or rather, my mother, asking about a hero from your world. He seemed confused and frustrated that he reached me, and did not understand specifically what caused the fissure, something that only started happening early in my mother's reign.
Does the fissure go beyond the time
No.
thing? No? Okay. That's good. We don't have enough room on our to-do list for that. That sounds like a lot.
He left. He left before I could implore him to undo what he wrought.
Do you mean the fissure?
I mean the fissure, yes.
Or it's gonna kind of look like I don't know really how to tell her this kind of thing. Just like a look of like, how do we explain what's happening?
What was your mother's name?
Hilda.
Hilda. Okay.
Hilda of Lorule.
Okay. What? So this is a meta question. What were you worried about telling her?
Like how do we explain that that everybody that she's been talking to is from the future and doesn't actually care about fixing anything that's going on because we're from way far in
Yeah.
the future and it's already happened.
Yeah.
Like, like
Yeah.
basically that,
Just that little thing.
Also just for my like own like fanaticism for Zelda stuff, like can we see like a fissure to another world over there, or does it just look like a crack in the rock?
You can see a crack in the rock. You can see this sort of like dark energy like pouring through that's clearly leaking from another side. It's leaking some sort of planar energy.
It just for Soren, it doesn't look the same as like. Okay, yeah. So I'm just like, one day. But like we'll just kind of turn it into like I don't know how to explain this, and if I try, it's gonna be bad.
We could ask her what she knows, what Aman said.
What did specifically the Sage of Time tell you about the calamity?
He didn't tell me anything. He was confused that he wasn't able to reach my mother. It seemed like he was trying to like he was expecting to be at a different point of time, one where the fishes actually were assaulting my world.
Did he just like appear in front of you? Like
We
out
came
of
through the
nowhere?
fissure and found him.
Ah.
Then he disappeared near the same place where you entered.
I see.
If I can be perhaps a bit bold, based on what you've told us, I do not imagine that he'll return. I believe he's received the information that he wanted from you, or perhaps wasn't able to get what he wanted from you and no longer has interest. Based
I
on
see.
my experience with him.
Do you have a way to undo this?
We can try something. But I cannot say whether it will fix this fissure.
Explain your plan.
Soren's like, there was a crystal projecting a. You can see. Can we see it from this side? Like, does she seem to see it?
You can.
Oh, so we appeared by walking through a field, and the whole time Soren's like looking back at everybody, like, have I said anything wrong yet? And then is like, there is a crystal of a kind atop the rock that is causing this field. We can remove that, which will remove the field, but that will only affect us.
Is that what he used to try and reach my mother?
That is, from what we know, yes. And this may or may not.
It's causing a sort of temporal distortion.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So
How many of these are
completely
happening in
different.
your world?
This is the second we've found, but perhaps up to how many circles are on the map? Like 8?
Yeah, we have a bunch of
Ish.
black circles on this thing.
You're taking this
This-
really well, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
I suppose if fissures are opening between worlds, temporal distortion would not be the most surprising. But I'm afraid they're unrelated as far as we know.
It could help possibly prevent invasion that you were worried from your kind if we remove it.
Sorry.
Our worlds, Hyrule and Hyrule, were only connected in the early days of my mother's reign. If this temporal distortion is happening concurrently with many others, it may be getting more unstable.
Do you think
You
that
may need to find your Sage of Time and stop him immediately before time begins to unravel.
do you think that if if the temporal distortions are causing the rift between Hyrule and Lorule, do you think it could cause other rifts to perhaps other realms?
Yes.
Soren's gonna kind of look at everybody and just like, this is urgent.
Yeah.
Would it be possible that we take a look? I think the more information we have, and the crystal may help us stop that time sage.
I'm hesitant to tell you to go ahead until my people are safely back in Lorule.
That is a good
Understand.
decision.
But I have your word that you will stop this distortion once we are through.
Yes. We will do our best.
You and Soren, was it?
Yes.
You said the Sage of Time isn't coming back. He doesn't care about this. He just wanted something from me.
This isn't the first time he's just left one of these distortions unattended.
Why the interest in the hero of Hyrule? Why ask my mother about it?
Based on what we know, he's like trying to like figure out all the different ways Hyrule was saved. Is that what we were more or less told?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Soren would just be like, we from what we've been told, he may be trying to avert a future disaster by collecting heroes, or at least the methods that heroes of the past have used to save Hyrule and Lorule, I suppose, in this case. Well, I don't imagine many are really thinking of Lorule and where we come from. So perhaps that's good news for you. No, like, that's a long pause.
Yeah.
She's thinking.
Meta, I think he's trying to do the opposite. I think he's trying to figure out all the ways that the hero of Hyrule saved things and be prepared to stop those ways of saving.
God, is he agging him? Is it him? Oh, God.
I see. I mean, I don't know if it helps, but I can tell you what I told him.
Please do.
My world of Lorule is a land much like Hyrule. Like your world, ours has its Triforce, a sacred relic left us by our gods. And like Hyrule, countless wars and strife were born from the lust for its sacred power. And my ancestors decided to put a stop to that cycle of strife by wishing our Triforce away. It was not an easy thing for them to do. 3 wise women, Clotho the Diviner, Lachesis the Seeress, and Atropos the Prophet, saw the cyclical nature of our land's divine strife, and they saw its end. 3, bearing the generational fury of those who followed in the countless wars, would arise to destroy the hero, goddess, and demon, wrest the golden power from themselves, and end the cycle at its inception. but they would fail. And our world will be thrown into darkness. The only way to avoid it was to remove the source of the temptation, the Triforce itself. And it worked for a time. Until our land began to crumble without its divine foundation. That is, until your hero used your Triforce to restore ours. She pauses for a second.
Sounds like your wise women weren't all that wise.
Hindsight is far more precise than foresight.
You have foresights? I only have 2.
We could talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
Where's your princess?
Which one?
Whoever watches over your Triforce.
Oh, just so okay. So Zelda is Granny
She's the queen.
and allegedly dead.
Hmm.
Her daughter?
Granddaughter.
Where's the daughter? Do we know anything about the daughter?
I don't know. I didn't write a daughter.
Okay, you didn't write a daughter. Her granddaughter. Okay. So
I
Princess
just had
Liana
Dea.
/ Hidea, yeah.
Liana.
Liana. Yeah.
Liana Tetra Hyrule.
Let's go. You'll love to see it. So I want to say Liana, Princess Liana. We don't know where she is actually at the current moment, but
We just spoke with her. Well,
she's
just
traveling in disguise currently, I believe, perhaps attempting to uncover more information.
And your hero.
That's a great question. I was also thinking,
I'm right here.
other than you, Virus.
I didn't
Wait,
realize.
have we heard anything about a hero?
No.
Like no old man just running around like breaking pots?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Like I said, it's me.
We don't know. Other than Virus, but I believe you're speaking of a very specific hero.
If our worlds are as linked as my mother thought they were, I wonder if the prophecy is coming to pass in your time, in your world.
Which prophecy was that?
That 3, bearing the generational fury of those who've fallen in the countless wars, would arise to destroy the hero, goddess, and demon, wrest the golden powers for themselves, and end the cycle at its inception.
Oh, no.
Bearing Fury? I feel like I'm putting things together that just based on like Greek mythology.
There's a word in my script that is capitalized that she would not know to.
Yeah, and no, neither would anybody in Hyrule.
Also, thank you for the raid.
Oh, thank
buddy.
you.
Thank you.
Look at
Bird
that.
fangirl. Woo! Thank you. We love you.
Okay. Then we would definitely need to stop the time sage. Indeed.
Whoever these three are.
Whoever these three would be. Do you... This is... I don't know. Do you have a bit of writing you could write that down for us? Just so we can remember? And
She'll gesture over to one of her guards. They will let her write on a piece of parchment, and she will hand it to you.
is it... Now, this is like nerd stuff for Tatuk. Is it written in like Lowlian? Or Hylian? Or Common?
I will say two things. Number one, yes, it is a different language. Number two, you do remember that things cannot be taken out of the time shift.
Yeah, we can't take anything out of this.
Oh,
We're gonna walk out and that paper's just gonna like fall on the ground.
Tatuk is...
But-
all right. Okay, yeah.
But things that did originate from your time can return.
So we just need to copy that down on like some of our paper.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could just like write it, make a note.
I think Tatuk will take the note and start writing it in his notebook and kind of phase out of the conversation real quick as he's trying to get the very specific language marks and movements of this language.
Yeah, and she'll dictate again if you need the Hylian translation.
Cool.
The spoken language is the same. The
Yeah,
written
but-
language is different.
That's the juicy stuff, though. How does it? Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
That's fun.
It's I'm kind of seeing it like, you know how in the Wii version of Twilight Princess they just flip the Hylian language is kind of like that.
Yeah. They were like, Link's supposed to be left-handed, but the people, everybody's right-handed with a Wii, so let's just flip everything, and that'll just problem solve.
But we can't just do that because all these cutscenes are pre-rendered. Fuck it, we'll flip the whole fucking game.
Let's mirror the entire game. The Mad Lads. What a wild solution that was. I've never thought about it. That's such a weird move.
I guarantee you it was an engineer's decision. Anyway,
That's the peak of Zelda right there. Was Twilight Princess on GameCube and Wii.
I trust that you understand the need to close this time shift and to stop this. But if what I fear is coming to pass, please be careful.
Thank you. No, we must and we will.
And she will do a deep bow and make sure that her people find their way through the rift. It's very strange to watch. It's like, what is a person existing in a three-dimensional space
Just
What's like that?
squeezes into a two-dimensional space? If you've seen the 1993 Mario Brothers movie, it's a little bit like that. Somewhere. I'm sort of imagining a scene from somewhere in there. I don't know where.
a lot of fungus.
Paper Mario too.
But yeah, they disappear. What do you do?
So is she still there or did she go?
She is the last person to leave. But if you want to catch her, you can.
We appreciate your wisdom.
So
Excellent choice of words in this context.
She hangs on to that a little bit. That helps. More than you know.
Yeah.
And she will return to her world.
I like
the
her.
crystal's on top of the rock, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Soren would be like, she was very kind.
and very helpful, and gave us interesting information on their writing.
They clearly need to figure out, like, I don't know, 8 sight or something, because
I
very
knew it.
clearly they're not they're not able to properly assess threats in their environment.
Well, Varys, maybe you can go to low roll and you can teach them.
That's a brilliant idea. We should have stayed.
So the
Fierce.
crystal's like on top of Turtle Rock, right? If I can, Soren will just use the far step ability because it covers a long distance to just like leap up top with the wolf and then go and grab the stone if it's just hanging out up there. Does it break again?
Any
Not
cool
immediately.
stuff? Any cool stuff with it? Oh, I guess actually I'm not there. Never mind. Ignore it.
No. You pick it up and it does start to move with you. You attempt to deactivate it.
I think so.
Wait, you might have just said this and I totally missed it. Does it when we move it, is it kind of like a
A little bit.
like oh, so like we could keep walking with it and we're in like that time like wherever we go? That's so fucking cool.
Soren will like slide down because it's like a turtle kind of dome, right? More or less.
Yep.
Yeah. So she'll like use her like Twilight hand to like basically like dig into the rock and like slide down. And then we'll take a few minutes to looky-loo at all the new stuff since I moved several feet or whatever. We get several more feet of in the past, but then
Let's
she'll be
bring
like,
it to the fairy godmother.
we should deactivate this as soon as possible.
True.
But what if she can meet her sister in low rule?
I feel like it's too dangerous, personally.
That sounds
You're the
so
expert
fun.
here.
I'll try to deactivate it if possible.
Make an intellect check, difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5. Okay, I'm supernatural knowledge applicable?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's 4, and I will spend...
Can I help? What are my skills?
Not with this.
Okay.
I'll spend 2 levels of effort then to bring it down to a 2.
Okay.
Spend them points. So 2... that's a 20.
Oh. Dirty or natural?
Natural. This is a Numenera symbol, which is the 20.
You deactivate it, and it remains full within your possession.
Let's go.
I do not have the statistics for a time shift stone.
Then I will not use it.
I could make one before next session.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a nice thing. This is like our nuclear option kind of thing.
I want to
feel like
see
we've established that
Zora's
it's had to
domain
use
in low
these.
rule, or like the Goron city in low rule, or something.
Well, it doesn't go to low rule. It just goes to the past. We just happened
Yeah.
to go to a point in the past where there was a Fisher to low rule.
Yeah, that is your link to the past.
Mm-hmm. Not the link between worlds. That's a different thing. Is it a cipher or an artifact?
It's an artifact.
Okay.
Make a speed defense roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Does a shield work for that?
It would.
It would? Okay.
Difficulty is 7.
Sorry,
Let
6. Let me know if you don't want me to use this. But can I, if you fail this, can I foil danger?
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
You want help?
I'll just do it and I'll spend some effort or
no
something.
one will be able to help with this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have, you said it was a 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's eased, so that'll make it a 5. And then I'll put a level of effort in to bring it down to a 4. And that's the best I got.
Okay.
16.
Wait, is your effort not 2?
It is 2. But I just did one. But I rolled an 18, so that should be good.
Nice.
Woo!
Acting almost on instinct, you flick your shield and do a perfect parry, knocking this arrow that was launched directly at you off into the air. You can see this like purple crystal arrowhead shatter on impact and split off into this like like purple salt that just erupts from the shield, the wood splintering, and looking into the immediate direction of where this thing came from is a Hylian woman, brunette, brown leather armor over forest green tunic, with a wicked bow in which another arrow is being knocked and readied into your direction. She is staring at you with unblinking eyes, completely black sclera, and yellow demonic irises. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
The hell?
Oh.
What the hell?
Demon lady.
Oh my goodness.
Evil lady in a
Whoa.
green tunic? This is terrible. This is a
Damn.
bad
Such
news.
a good cliffhanger. Oh.
Yeah, Connor, I swear to God, you are the like master of cliffhangers. Seriously, like every single episode
That's
has
so
left off
good.
on like such a good cliffhanger that I'm like, no, need to know it now. Holy shit balls,
real
you
good.
guys.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to pick up on that next week.
We won't.
Do it.
No, it's my dad's fault. My dad's coming to visit. Like my dad.
My dad.
Lee. But catch us not next Sunday, but the Sunday after that. So that would be April 30th. Other things that we have going this week, if you want to see other High Shelf Collective things. Wednesday, we have Ascension in Paradise, which is book 3 of the Cyberpunk Red anthology series that we have going. A story about a mega building in Night City, except this time we're not in Night City. We're on Paradise, a floating island. Yeah, it is Baywatch meets Cyberpunk Red. So very interesting. We did a bunch of get to know you with our characters last week, and yeah, so we're actually making it to the island this week. It's going to keep ramping up. Then on the Thursday, I was going to say the date. Thursday, we have Red Markets, which, as Ethan told us earlier, is pretty intense. Maybe the last episode might not
Yeah,
be.
it depends. We're at the scene in the zombie movie where like they did the thing they needed to do, like objective complete, but now they're surrounded by a hopeless amount of zombies, and so it's like it's the last stand. We either all get eaten, but we save the world, or what? Not really, but we fix this thing, or we maybe make it out by the skin of our teeth. Who knows? Come find out.
Yes, you definitely should come out to find out.
And then epilogues if we live,
And then epilogues. Always
or if we
fun.
die.
Always a good time. Then on Friday, we have our other new series. This is going to be episode 3 of After These Messages, which is a new TTRPG created and ran by Bobby from 2000 Tales. It is a sitcom RPG. Basically, you are a group and you are making your own sitcom, and you are trying to have the best story to intrigue the audience, intrigue the network to keep it going. But it's powered by the apocalypse, which is really cool. Like listening to it and hearing how they've made it work is really interesting. So yeah, they are a Greek. It's a Greek god. Greek demigod sitcom, and they all work at the Thick Thorax, and they're doing shenanigans there. So the group is chaotic, so definitely join in for that. And then yeah, so and then Sunday we don't have anything, sadly, so no Hyrule, no Rise of the Orphean, but yeah, follow us, join us on Discord. Oh, let me put that. I always forget to do this. Hold on. Discord, No, not Discord. There we go. Follow us on Discord or other social medias if you want to know what else we have going on or want to see some cool clips, TikToks, promos, anything like that, or just come hang out with us. We got cool gaggle of people. So, yeah. Let's see. What else is everybody else doing? Gavin.
Knew it. I knew it. I was saying you're going to call me first because
You
you knew
fucking
it.
ah!
My name is Gavin. I play this and Mass Effect, which I don't think is happening at the end of this month
Sadly,
either.
not this month.
Oh,
Um,
Go.
but
I was gonna say just to interject there, um, go check out Omega, the source book,
hmm,
because that is for freezies on, and you can get to that. I think you can get to that below this if you want to play Mass Effect, but in a using Cyberpunk Red rules, which Gavin you helped
I
do
did.
rules for, which is
I did.
fantastic. And Taylor said there's like a new like companion book
Hmm.
coming out with that soon, so
Yep.
that's exciting.
So keep that on there, and then just generally watch all of our stuff. Binge watch all of our stuff, and when you're all caught up, just keep this channel always on.
Yeah, just always always
I
going.
feel like a lot of times.
Keep the loops. Keep the loops going.
Yeah, yeah. View loops. Ethan.
I'm here doing this. I'll also be here Thursday for Redmark. Um, I don't know. It's almost summer break for me, so keep an eye out. I might actually try to like be on more streams and do more stuff. So keep an eye out. But for now, just these.
Nice. Connor.
hi. I'm Cyber. I'm here on Sundays and on Mondays. I'm over on the Indoor Adventures channel, running or playing D&D. We're level 20 now.
Oh, that's exciting.
Fucking boss.
Filling all the
Very
plot holes or closing all the threads.
Yep. Uh, my character is doing some Great Worm shit, so that's fun.
That's fun.
nice.
It's full King the Conqueror shit. Um, but yeah, I also have a Twitch channel. Eventually, I'll figure out what I'm streaming there and have the energy to do it.
Here's the kingdom.
Not my first one, no.
That's fair. That's the right way. That game just needs to be like any Breath of the Wild type. It just
You
needs to be
enjoy it
enjoyed.
like a
It
fine
just needs to be
wine.
enjoyed. Yeah.
You don't
You
want to
breathe it
shotgun
in and then shed a tear for the experience.
It's more that I just don't want to wait a week between being able
That's
to
valid.
play it.
That's valid.
That's fair.
Matt.
Hi. My name's Matt. I'm here for Hyrule Historia and for Rise of the Orphean, both of which we're on a break for a week. Occasionally, I'm a guest star in the Mass Effect series. But yeah, just keep tuning in to High Shelf.
Me. I'm Blair. I'm underscore Canadian Moose all over the place. I am in the Ascension in Paradise game, which has been oodles of fun so far. I'm excited to see where that goes. My character looks like Cher, and her husband cheated, embarrassed him in his meeting room really bad, so I might die because it's one of those. So that's really fun. Also on Fridays I play over on 2000 Tales. Currently we're doing another I'm just playing all Cyberpunk Red right now actually. um it's another Cyberpunk Red game, except it's also not in Night City, it's in the Appalachian Mountains. Like I can never say, I live here and I don't know how to say it.
Appalachia.
Appalachian. I hear Appalachian is a town close to us, which is not confusing at all.
We don't talk. We don't
Um,
talk about that.
okay,
We don't talk
it's
about
here.
that.
It's here in I guess I could say the Catskill Mountains or whatever. But what? What?
We're somewhere. I don't know. There's all these mountain ranges around us. It's
Oh,
weird.
I was talking about the campaign.
Oh, the campaign. There you go.
Uh, but yeah, there's a bunch of kind of like cryptid kind of like spookiness happening, but then also like seedy underbelly of the town and stuff like that. That's also a fun game. There's also kick-ass nuns who are going to help us find a douchebag. But yeah. I think that's all I have. Sometimes I'm over on Lost Caravan too, like today where I played Nova and almost wanted to cry because that it's just a good game and I love playing that over there all the time. But yeah, I think that's it. Follow us on all the things. Hang out with us all the time. Do we want to raid?
Yeah. And I see that my good buddy Catzilla64 recently rebranded. We've moved from a reference to one of Katz's favorite things, which is professional wrestling, to a reference to Katz's other favorite thing, which is Godzilla, and I couldn't be happier. And I think he's playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and that's an excellent game. So everybody go and enjoy that.
Yay!
But yeah, we'll head out of here in a second. So bye, everybody. We're gonna be raiding.
Goodbye.
Send all
Bye.
of our raiders over to
Goodbye.
say hi to Cats.
Bye bye. Bye bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.